Hey folks, it's me, BB, and today we're going to be making a Thanksgiving tradition, just like stuffing and, well, football. Today, we're going to be making a pumpkin roll cake. So come on and join me in the festivities and the feasting. Today's featured product of the day is Libby's Canned Pumpkin. Whenever you need a filling for your pumpkin pie, or whatever pumpkin recipe that you're doing, look for the great taste of Libby's, available at Star Market and other fine grocery stores. Now first of all, you want to take about 3 large eggs or 4 small eggs, and you want to separate them so that the whites you can put into another bowl, and the yolks, what we have here, you can prepare. And you want to beat them, just like your high school team is hoping to do against your high school team's rival this Thanksgiving. The goal here is to get the eggs light and fluffy, and to do that, here's a quick tip. Just let the beater do the work while you move it around slowly, just like so. Now, while you're beating your eggs, make sure to add a half a cup of sugar. You want to make sure that your beater is set to the slowest setting, so that your sugar doesn't go flying. Look at how fluffy those eggs are now. Now the next step is you want to add 2/3 of your canned pumpkin, and you want to mix them in, once again, starting off at the lowest setting, just like so. That way the pumpkin doesn't go flying all over the place. Just like that. Look at that. Now the key is to beat the pumpkin and all the ingredients together until all the sugar dissolves. Once it does, it'll look like this. Now it's time to work on the whites, and basically what you want to do is that you want to beat the whites until they become soft bone peaks, kind of like snow outside before Christmas. So basically this is step 1. You're making a nice white fluffy base to start out your cake with. Now, while you're mixing, just gradually add the sugar. Mixing it into your winter wonderland. Check out these peaks of whiteness. Kind of look like marshmallows. The real marshmallow world. So here is a neato idea for you to use if you need your mixture again for your dishes. If you used it already once, just put the mixers, these little parts here, on a paper plate. That way you won't mess up your kitchen. Now what you want to do is that you want to fold your egg whites into your pumpkin mixture. You want to do it about 1/3 of a time. Look at that folding action, ladies and gentlemen. Next, you want to combine 3/4 of a cup of flour, a half teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of baking soda, and just a pinch of salt. And you just Emerald Lagasse. BAM! Oh yeah! Now you want to fold in your flour mixture to your pumpkin mixture. kind of appropriate that we added cinnamon to this. Makes it have more of a fall flavor. Now we're going to put our cake batter into our pan. And it calls for a 15 by 10 by 1 inch pan with some wax paper. But you may also want to add a little bit of baking oil to it too. Non-stick baking or cooking oil, such as Pam or whatever you like to use. Add it right there. Mix it a little bit more, just in case you find any loose leaf. Now we're going to level it out, just like so. And before you do any of this, make sure that your oven is set to 375 degrees. And now we're going to put our cake right into the oven. Bake at 375 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. And then when it's done, let it cool for 5. Well, now while the cake is baking, might as well make the filling. So first we're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese. And we're using Philadelphia cream cheese because why not? And again, you want to keep your speed to a low to start. And you also want to keep your mixers to the bottom of the bowl. That way you don't make the same mistake I did earlier. Next, we add about 2 tablespoons of butter, and make sure it's softened too. Softened butter is easier to work with. Next, you want to add about a cup of confectioner's or triple X sugar. We have a half here. Alright, so now that our cake is done, we're going to roll it into these towels covered with confectioner's sugar. And the confectioner's sugar is really good in this case because it'll prevent the cake from sticking to the pan. And you want to use a lot of it too. Just like the U-log we did last year, you gotta plop the cake down right onto the flour, just like that. And then, you can remove it from the tin, and then remove the wax paper, and we gotta roll it up in the towel until it completely cools. Now, once your cake is cooled down, you want to unroll it from the towel. Just like that. So now, we're going to put the filling on top of the cake, and then roll it back up again, but this time, without the towel. Now, we're going to put the filling on the cake. And you want to just take a plop just like this, put it right in the center, and then spread it around till about an inch or so away from the crust. And that is your pumpkin roll cake. Unfortunately, the cake did kind of break apart when we rolled it back up, but it still looks pretty good. We're going to put our cake in the freezer so that when Thanksgiving comes around and our family comes by, we'll be able to enjoy it with them. So that is how you make a pumpkin roll cake. A great Thanksgiving dessert. And plus something for you to serve just in case you may have a surprise guest or two on Thanksgiving and you didn't prepare enough food. So, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed them, please make sure to leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the DB Cooks channel and my main DB YouTube channel. Link will be in the description. If you're watching on MCTV, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care and have a happy and delicious Thanksgiving.